What is up, Texas Tech Red Raiders fans? It's your old friend IndyCar Timm here with the Texas Tech Red Raiders Daily Blitz. I got a couple of basketball updates for you as we attempt to move on from the football season. We are hot and heavy in basketball season, by the way, boys and girls, for both men and women. Baseball season on the horizon. We'll cover all of that for you, all of the men's and women's golf, all of the tennis, all of the volleyball, all of the track and field, all of the Texas Tech athletics right here on the Red Raiders Daily Blitz on FanStream Sports at fanstreamsports.com, the FanStream Sports mobile app, our YouTube channel, and, of course, wherever you get your podcasts. We appreciate you very much tuning in. The Texas Tech Red Raiders men beat Kansas State 61-57 on Tuesday night. They held the Wildcats scoreless over the final 5+ minutes of the game. Darian Williams scored 16 points. Elijah Hawkins added 14 with 9 assists for the Red Raiders. As Kansas State does not score in the final 5.5 or so minutes for the Red Raiders' 61-57 win Tuesday night. Texas Tech had just lost 85-84 in overtime to number 3 Iowa State, but they've now won 3 of their last 4 games. Brendan Housen scored 13, Coleman Hawkins scored 12, and David Negesson added 11 for K-State. Max Jones finished with 10 points and 9 rebounds. The Wildcats have now lost 4 in a row in 7 of their last 8. They sit at 7-9 on the season, 1-4 in the Big 12. Your Red Raiders improve to 12-4, 3-2 in the Big 12. Coleman Hawkins made a jumper that tied it at 57-all with 5:50 left, but Elijah Hawkins answered 22 seconds later, and K-State went scoreless the rest of the way. The Wildcats went 0 for 8 from the field and committed 2 turnovers down the stretch. Texas Tech was 0 for 4 shooting with 4 turnovers before Williams made a layup with 17 seconds left to cap off the scoring. Frederico converted on a 3-point play. Elijah Hawkins hit a 3-pointer. Christian Anderson made a layup and won. Anderson followed with a fast break. Layup. Frederico threw down a dunk to cap off a 13-0 run that gave Texas Tech a 51-44 lead with about 7.5 minutes left. Coleman Hawkins scored K-State's next 8 points, including 3-pointers, 30 seconds apart, before David Castillo made a layup to put the Wildcats back in front at 54-53 with 9:12 remaining. Texas Tech now returns home to face Arizona on Saturday. K-State hits the road to face number 9 Kansas on Saturday before a visit to number 25 Baylor on January 22nd. Your Lady Raiders, not quite so lucky on the scoreboard. They did, however, break a historic streak against those Iowa State Cyclones as the Lady Raiders held the Iowa State Cyclones to 0 3-pointers for the game. Why is that significant, you ask? Well, that's significant because they snapped an NCAA record 945-game streak dating back to 1995 of making a 3-pointer in a game. 30 years. They've made a 3-pointer in every single game they played until Tuesday against the Lady Raiders. The Cyclones end up winning the game 71-58 at Hilton Coliseum on Tuesday in Ames. But it was February 19th, 1995, the last time the Cyclones didn't make a 3-pointer in a game. Jasmine Shavers led the Lady Raiders in scoring. She posted 21 points for her team-leading 16th double-figure scoring game this year. She was also a perfect 10 for 10 from the foul line, and she picked up 3 rebounds. Logan Johnson got her third 10-plus point game this season with 12 after shooting 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3-point range. Leading the Lady Raiders on the glass, Serengvi Sanogo had 7 rebounds, added 2 blocks and 2 steals. Danae Fritz would tie her season high in threes as she collected 8 points with a rebound. Iowa State started fast. They scored the first 6 points of the game. Texas Tech chipped away with 1 point, within 1 point of the Cyclones. Thanks to a couple of free throws made by Shavers and a 3-pointer from Johnson, the Cyclones would make a jumper, got fouled on that play right before the media timeout to lead 9-5. Tech ended up having a 17-13 lead at the end of the first quarter. Johnson continued to dominate, though. She scored a layup to begin the second quarter. Cyclones made the next 8 points to take a 21-19 lead, forced the Texas Tech timeout. Shavers gave the Lady Raiders the lead to start the second half after making a mid-range jumper, grabbing a steal on the inbound play, and immediately scoring to make it 32-31. But Iowa State went on another 4-0 run to take the lead again. The Cyclones maintained their run, scoring 3 points to begin the final quarter. Johnson stepped in with a layup. Both teams went scoreless for a little over a minute until Shavers and Adley Blacklock nailed a couple of three-pointers to make it 56-46. Iowa State answered with an 8-3 run. Fritz was able to get an open look in the corner to make a three to make it 64-52, and Iowa State maintained the lead down the stretch for a final of 71-58. Up next for the Lady Raiders, back home at United Supermarkets Arena to take on the BYU Cougars on Saturday at 6 p.m. We'd love to hear what your thoughts are on our Lady Raiders this season. 12-4, the Lady Raiders. 12-7 on the year, 1-5 in the Big 12. Not having a great stretch here in the conference. Gerlich needs to turn things around there for sure. But we will come back and recap the next couple of games for you guys. Any breaking football news, transfer portal news, recruiting news, Joey McGuire news, and again, baseball, golf, all of it coming your way when those seasons get underway. I'm IndyCar Tim. Please find me on social media at IndyCar Tim. Check us out at fanstreamsports.com and our YouTube channel. Until next time, boys and girls, we'll see you.